Hey everyone, Phil Phantastic from the Game Pack here, and I want to talk about Microsoft's Xbox Series X gameplay reveal trailer that dropped this morning, May 7th. Both Xbox's Twitter account and this gameplay reveal were touting that it was time for your first look at next-gen gameplay from our global development partners with the Xbox Series X. Overall, I found this presentation to be underwhelming. Like most, I was expecting to see actual gameplay of new games coming to next-gen platforms. What we really got were kind of in-engine cinematics. While some of the footage appeared to be gameplay, a large majority of what was shown just wasn't. In this video, I'll do an extremely quick rundown of each game shown and whether or not we felt they showed actual gameplay, and our general thoughts on the trailer. Before we jump into all the world premieres, guys, I want to let you know that this video is in 4K, and I don't think you can really appreciate all the details of some of these trailers without cranking it up to 4K. So if you've got a monitor that can support 4K, turn it on, baby. First up is Bright Memory Infinite. Now this game looked really cool. There were crazy particle and weather effects happening everywhere. You're shooting, you're grappling, you're running on walls while all this seems to be happening in a very high resolution at a very high frame rate. There was only one noticeable cut when the player character went from shooting to jumping into their car and driving. And I think that kind of set the tone for what this was. It wasn't really somebody holding a controller, playing a game, showcasing games in real time. They were very calculated cinematics showing very specific points in the game, and I think that was the downfall of the entire presentation. Next up, we have Dirt 5. Now, Dirt 5 did show some first-person driving. You were behind the wheel during a couple of these shots, but a lot of it was kind of these sweeping, almost drone-like shots showing the entire environment. Now, this showcased some of the lighting where you were driving at night. We could see the northern lights. There was a lightning bolt. Now, this was pretty cool, but not really anything we haven't already seen in the Forza series. Next up, we have Scorn. Now, I'm a little bit at a loss for words about what we are seeing here when we're looking at Scorn. I know that it's disgusting, and I just don't know what kind of game it is. Like, is it a shooter? Is it a dungeon crawler? There really is not any gameplay here. It does look magnificent, even though it does look completely disgusting. The graphics are great, the lighting is amazing, the textures, what was that? That's so nasty. And he's gonna put it in his mouth, isn't he? Yep, yeah, it's in his mouth. Oh god. Ugh. Okay, now that I've washed my eyeballs with bleach, we're gonna talk about Chorus. Chorus is set in outer space, and at first glance, it looked a lot like Elite Dangerous. However, as the trailer progresses, you can tell there is a strong narrative in this game. The spaceships and structures look amazing. The detail on the protagonist's face is interesting, because they took the time to give her hieroglyphs on her eyeshadow, but didn't seem to spend any time making her facial animations look natural. Now, this is one game I feel actually did show gameplay, so props to Chorus for that space flight action. Now we have Madden 21. Check out all of this footage from Madden 21. And it's over. That was it. That's literally all they showed from the new game. After that, we have Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Of everything we saw in the presentation, I think this game might be the worst one. The body movements are just jerky. When he swipes this blood, it doesn't smear or anything, it just disappears. Then we get this strange montage of environmental stuff. In addition to the jerky movements and bad motion capture, the textures on people's faces and clothes are abysmal. Look at this guy's face, look at his hair, look at his shirt. So what is being enhanced by Series X here? Next up in the presentation, we had Call of the Sea. Call of the Sea gives me strong Firewatch vibes, with a little bit of Sea of Thieves mixed in, but without the action. It appears to be an adventure game where you are following in the footsteps of a loved one, solving puzzles all while exploring this beautifully detailed animated island. They give you a taste of what this walking simulator has to offer, and it looks like it might have a rich story. Now we're moving on to the Ascent. Now at first I was concerned because there were very long cinematics explaining what kind of world we were in, and there's just a lot of world building. Then eventually we did cut to some gameplay, which was top-down, shoot-'em-up style, kind of reminiscent of the Diablo series. I think the key here is going to be the massive scale of the environment that you're in and how many enemies you can take on at a time and the particle effects, because that will really take advantage of what the Series X has to offer. And again, with more cutscenes, we had The Medium, which opened up on this shot of a couple in a hospital looking at an ultrasound. And we didn't get any gameplay until after they cut away to the writer, and the writer spoke for a while. And I'm still not 100% convinced that this footage here is actually gameplay footage. Some sections do look like you are walking as the character, traversing through the environment. But right there, you fall over and the camera's facing you. That's not gameplay, that's a cinematic. Oh boy. Now, one of the best showcases I thought was Scarlett Nexus. Now, there were scenes that were clearly cinematics and setting up the tone and the thematic elements of everything that was going to be happening in the game. But then, once all that is said and done, you get to learn who the main character is. He has psionic powers. It goes straight into the gameplay. He starts fighting these beasts and throwing cars at them and doing maybe a combo with this like high action that can be seen in games like Devil May Cry, or more recently on like Nintendo Switch with Astral Chain. And the animation of the character looked fantastic. Now, this is something that we have kind of seen before on modern consoles, but I'm hoping that the Xbox Series X can really exemplify some of the anime style and make it look really true to like watching a feature film. Second Extinction is a game about killing a bunch of dinosaurs on Earth because they've taken over the planet, and you need to make them extinct for a second time. So grab your friends and start shooting some dinos. The cool thing about this game is where you shoot the dinosaur looks like that's how it explodes the body. So they've done a lot of work on like the skeletal and muscular structure of these creatures so that when you do blow them up, they do blow up in a realistic fashion. And the studio gets bonus points for showing real gameplay. Yakuza Like a Dragon falls into the same problems that the Vampire Masquerade game did, in that it just does not look or feel next-gen whatsoever. It may be enhanced with the Series X, but by watching this trailer, I'm having a hard time finding what that would even be. This looks very much like a modern-day game and not like something that we can look forward to playing in the years to come. Alright, now what we've all been waiting for, the Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay reveal. Here it is. We got hyped. Got a cinematic shot of some eyeballs and a cinematic shot of a house and some people in it. Okay, alright. Cinematic shot of a different angle. Got a statue. Ooh, look, there's the hidden blade. Another cinematic shot. Huh. Cinematic shot of a boat. Okay, alright, okay, here comes the action. Here comes the gameplay. It's the bird. No, it's a field. Okay, oh, there's a guy. Maybe we'll fight the guy. No? Time lapse, okay, and here we go. Some more environmental, another time lapse? Okay, the gameplay, there's a bunch of guys. We're definitely gonna fight those guys. And a boat. Gameplay of a guy. Oh! Maybe playing the horn is a big part of gameplay. There we go. There's some action. And cut away. Oh, a tackle. Do you think that's... Oh, an arrow shot. That could be gameplay. Then, well, it's in slow-mo, so it's probably cinematic. And, alright, he's standing. He's ready to go. Here we go. Here comes the game. It's over? Was there gameplay in that? Well, overall, I think you can agree that that presentation was pretty underwhelming. We didn't really see gameplay like we were promised, and I'm just let down. Were you guys as confused as I was during all those gameplay reveals? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.